All right, what have we done so far? We have color-coded each of the lobes, and we have cut along, remember, only the solid lines, okay? Now, this is flat, and we need to make it shaped, you know, brain-like, head-like. So here is what you need. So now we need tape, and then what you're going to do is take each of these, and do you see how it says kind of fold over? So you need to take that solid line that you cut and bring it over so that it is on top of that dotted line. All right, then just take a small piece of tape, all right, just a small piece of tape, and go like this. All right, and then you're gonna see how it's starting to curve now. So I'm gonna get another piece of tape ready and have it ready right here. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to bring the solid line over so it is on top of that dotted line, and then I'm going to take the piece of tape, fold it on the top, and then flip it around so that I'm folding it underneath right here. Okay, and then I'm going to continue that process. Let me show you a couple more. So I'm going to bring this over so the solid line is covering the dotted line, press the tape down, and fold it under. Alright, so let me just finish this side. Bring the solid line over, put the tape down, fold it under. Get a piece of tape. Okay. Bring the solid line over so it covers that dotted line. Press the piece of tape down, fold it under. Alright, so you can see how my brain representation is starting to curve. All right, I have two more over here. All right, so here's another piece like this. Bring the solid line over so it's on top of the dotted line. Press the tape down and flip it under. Okay, this is the most secure way to do it. You can use glue, so then it doesn't have tape, but it tends to kind of move around a little bit. Also, then you have to be careful, you don't want glue on your head. All right, so this is this whole side. You see how beautifully curved that is now? But now I have this one last piece. So remember I said not to forget to cut the one on the temporal side. We can't forget to curve it. So this one is just a larger one. So I'm going to bring it over the same way. I'm going to take the piece of tape, press it down, and flip it under. And there we go. This is, and then remember we labeled on the occipital side, so that has an L. So this is the left side. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing for the right side. All right. All right, so now you can see I have both all taped up and ready to go. So my next step is you should have already determined which size from my samples hat is going to work best for you. So if the size that works best is with no extenders, this is what you're going to do. All right. So I need to get these two halves together. All right, so what I'm going to do is find where the two lines match up. So do you see I kind of have this line coming in, I have this line. So those two lines, all right, where they kind of match up as best I can. All right, and I'm going to take a piece of tape, all right, and tape the two halves together right there. Okay. Now I need to kind of fold it up a little bit right here. Okay, bring them very close to each other and put another piece of tape. Look at that. Now it's starting to shape up, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to bring these close again and put another piece of tape right there. All right. Now, sometimes it gets a little hard to get in there. All right, so I'm going to kind of go all the way to this end. Sometimes you can see the matchup isn't entirely perfect. There we go. That's the best I can do there. I'm going to tape it inside. Okay, and then I kind of need to secure that a little bit on the back. You see how open it is over here? So I'm going to look down this way, get these as close as possible, right, and put another piece of tape there. Okay, so that is pretty secure. You can see if I pull on it, right, and then what you need to do is you have one last step, all right. You have your two pieces of the cerebellum. You have a right one and a left one. Okay, so here's the right one. You put this right here, and then you're going to tape it right under here, and then you're going to take the left one going on the left side, and you're going to put it, so you see, have it be just like this. So we don't have this white part showing, so the white part shouldn't be showing, but it should be right along this occipital, coming partly into my temporal lobe right here. So basically hanging at the back where the occipital lobe is, one on each side, left matching with left. Okay. Once you attach those, you are all done. If you are choosing to do the one where you don't need an extender, so you have a small head and or small hair. If you do not have either of those, then you are going to need an extender to make this hat fit, and I'm going to show you how to make that work. All right, now I'm ready. I have the number on the outside so that it'll be present after I put this together. All right, so here is the tricky part, just the getting started. If you don't want the number to show, then we have it on the other end because we're going to be trimming. I want the edge of the paper to be on top so that I don't cover up the outside. Okay, so what I need to do is kind of slide this edge of the paper over this. It's hardest for the first little bit. Okay, so you can see that's attached. Now what I want to do is try and get this side, all right, about the same spot. Okay, that is going to make my hat look the most. All right, that's pretty close. All right, and put a piece of tape there. All right, now I'm just going to continue around. All right, so like this right here inside, I'm going to tape the strip to my hat right there, like that. Okay, then I need to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so you can see as I'm going around, you see I'm adding a strip in between, which is going to increase the size of the brain hat. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to continue. All right, so I typically at this point like to go this way. All right, so I'm going to roll it forward a little bit. All right, it's a lot more complicated with the strip, I'll tell you that. Okay, so let's do this right about here on this side. All right, let's just get it finished attached on this side. And this, okay, and then we'll do one last piece right here in the front. Okay, so now you can see there's a little bit extra, so that is going to be trimmed at the end, but we need to attach the other side. Okay, so you just kind of got to find the best way to kind of get in there and tape it. All right, there we go. That is a good hold right there. So I'm actually going to tape this end right here first, because I got that nice and secure. All right. Now I'm just going to go inside and add a couple pieces just to hold that together, because see, I'm kind of coming off right there. All right, this. Yeah, that might be as smooth as I'm going to be able to get this one. It's definitely a lot harder with the... All right, there we go. I can get one more right there. Perfect. Okay, so now look at this. See the difference in size? so here's this one. I can fit this one over it, right? But when I have the larger one that I just made and put this one on top, it doesn't fit over. So I've extended my room. So it's, you know, not a perfect model, but better than if it doesn't fit your head at all, okay? And then you're just gonna trim this, and there you go. So I have my one right here next to where my other labels are for which occipital lobe right here. So if you're interested in adding an extender, this is size 1. What's the last step you need to do? Again, still with that cerebellum. That one has an L on it. So go to the L occipital lobe, put this under here, okay, and then tape it underneath and do the same thing for the right side, right? You should just have the white part should just be underneath, and then you're taping it on the back. And there you go. So that is how you do it when you need to add an extender. And this one we modeled without needing the extender. You just have to choose the size that works for your head and hair.